Hey guys, just app reviewer. Today we'll be taking a look at two products for the Asus EeePad Transformer. They are both from SGP. So the first one is the laptop skin, or the skin guard, which is a leather skin guard for the back of the device. This comes in two models. It comes in the deep black leather and a brown leather that we have here, and this will retail you $19.99. And they also sent out a screen protector, which is $21.99 or $24.99 depending on which model you get. This is the UltraFine, which is $24.99, and the Ultra Crystal is $21.99. So before we start, I'd like to thank them for sending out both products for review. So we're going to start off with the install of the UltraFine, which we have right here. Put it out of the packaging. So within this you'll get a screen protector, the microfiber cloth, and an authenticity card. Let's pull this stuff out. So the microfiber cloth is very nice. It's nice and large, so you can clean the display pretty easily, and it has SGP's logo on there. And here's the screen protector itself, and being ultra fine, this will repel fingerprints, but it will also lose some of the clarity on the display, but it's a good trade-off, I think. So let's clean up the device just a little bit, and then we'll do the install. So now that we've cleaned the screen, we're going to put the screen protector on, and it should be pretty easy to do. So if we look at the sides, we can see that we remove this right here. As you can see, here's the final result. It does look pretty good, but I do have a couple bubbles right around here. And the reason why they're so hard to squeegee out is because the EeePad Transformer has a little bit of give on the screen. So when you try to squeegee these out, the screen actually moves downwards with it. So you really can't push it out unless you do some extreme force. So it's not as easy as the iPad, where the screen itself does not give that much, so you can slide stuff around it. But other than that, I think I did a pretty good job. So in terms of fingerprints, as you can see, I'm rubbing my hand all against here. It doesn't tend to pick up many. As you can see the streak marks just a little bit, very faintly. But other than that, it looks very nice. And you can see one of my light bulbs here is diffused very nicely. So this will be anti-glare as well. In terms of the screen clarity, it affects it just a little bit. So it reduces the brightness just a tad, and everything looks just a little bit more fuzzy. So it's not as bad, as you can see. But I think it's a good trade-off, just because your screen will be kept very clean. Plus your finger slides around here very nicely. But you do hear a little bit of the squeak. So let's move on to the next part, which is a back protector. I think this should be a little bit easier. So we have it right here. As you can see, it has a little bit of the sample right there and it feels pretty nice. So let's pop this open. So within here you get the decal, which has a cutout for the camera and the Asus logo. And then you also get another microfiber with a notebook skin sticker, pretty weird, and then another certificate of authenticity. So let's move this stuff aside, and I do think this should be much easier to install than the screen protector, just because it is leather, so it's pretty thick, and at the same time it probably goes down much easier onto the device itself. So let's give the back a quick wipe. Now let's try to put this on. So the feel and grain of this is awesome, as you can see right up close. So it is real leather. It looks great. Let's just peel it off. And this is actually, I believe it's 3M material, so it will protect against scratches and fingerprints and all that. So here's the final result. I think it looks absolutely amazing. So it really doesn't change the aesthetics of the back, so you still have the same color scheme on it, but it adds that wonderful leather feel and grip on it. So one thing this adds obviously is scratch protection, so you don't have to worry about the back getting scratched up. I do like how they left the Asus logo visible, so it looks very nice. All the cutouts are perfect. And then you have a nice cutout for the camera, as you can see. Very precise, so you won't have any issues with that. Overall, as you can see, it does go up right onto the edge. It has a very small gap, so this will probably mean you can use it with some cases and it won't get torn or bubbled up at all. So overall, I'd have to say that I am pretty pleased with both products. Let's take a look at the screen protector once again. So the pros are the fact that it reduces fingerprints greatly. It's very smooth to the touch. It's anti-glare, as you can see. It diffuses the light that I have right there. And the cons are the fact that the price is a little bit high at $24.99. It's a little bit difficult to install. And then the bubbles that remain are hard to remove. So other than that, guys, I think it balances out. Overall, I would pick up the Screenshield myself just because I hate having a greasy display. And for the skin guard, I really think there's nothing wrong with it. I definitely recommend it. Has a great feel, very comfortable to hold. It'll provide some good scratch protection. The cutouts, once again, are very precise. It won't add much bulk to the device either. And this is a pretty good alternative for those that don't want a case but do want some protection on their device. So you can have a back and a front protector. And once again, this is $19.99 and this is either $21.99 or $24.99. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I hope this video helped you out. And check out these guys over at www.sgpstore.com. And other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more. Cheers.